We know football players can earn crazy sums of money, but even they can sometimes go to absurd lengths spending it. When you hear the news of professional athletes going bankrupt, you can't go without asking, how in the world is that possible? Are millions in the bank not enough to live a comfortable life, or is something else the cause of their financial doom? The answer to that lies mostly in the psychological aspect of earning and spending money, and sometimes professional athletes fall for it just as an average person would. Being skilled with the ball doesn't guarantee you're equipped to deal with other areas of life. So assuming they're somehow immune to making bad decisions or messing up their life is wrong, to say the least. Today, we'll explore the main reasons why football players get obsessed over luxury brands and how they're unconsciously contributing to a problem on a much bigger scale. Hello football fans, and welcome to Top Corner TV. We are a new channel with a goal of bringing you only the best football content, so before we begin, hit that subscribe button and help us become better with every new video. 1. Status. We all probably think that if we ever get rich, we'll do nothing but good with our money. However, money changes people, and they start setting new goals that were not even at the back of their minds before their financial situation changed. Footballers are not immune to this as well, so to acquire more status, they compete with other players in terms of who will spend the most money on certain things like cars, boats, mansions, or women. Just think about it, if you earn 50k per year, you'll compare yourself with other people earning somewhere around that number. If you earn millions playing football, you'll look around and notice only people earning millions, so that's why some of these players fall into the trap of feeling inadequate, despite being light years ahead compared to an average person. It's not like they just compare themselves to other football players, but athletes and celebrities from all spheres of entertainment. Hanging out with music stars, actors, models, or businessmen can either be a good or a bad thing, depending on how it affects one's life. If you're a team manager and you see your player partying with Conor McGregor, you have plenty of reasons to be worried. Problematic women are also a huge part of this issue, as they can also be obsessed with luxury fashion brands and spend tons of money out of players' wallets. We're not talking here about Cristiano's Cortina or Victoria Beckham. Their husbands are set for generations. But all those players are unwise and immature to recognize that they're being squeezed after their hard-earned money. At the end of the day, ego plays a huge role in buying unnecessary branded stuff. It's a simple psychological trick that immature people believe. If my clothes or my possessions are worth a lot, so am I. This is absolutely untrue, but people tend to fall into this trap, especially if they're surrounded by shallow people throughout their lives or careers. If we're being honest, footballers seem like perfect targets, knowing they're often followed by managers, gold diggers, or others wanting to reach in their wallets. 2. Good marketing by companies. Another reason why football players are obsessed with luxury brands is the really good marketing strategy of multi-billion corporations. It's not just that the regular person falls for their tricks, but professional athletes too. You will feel like James Bond if you drive an Aston Martin. Look, David Beckham just bought one. You'd be surprised how easy it is to make someone buy something if you play the emotions card well. There's also a sportsmanship mania that has taken over football in the last 10 to 15 years. Everyone wants a piece of the internet cake. Hundreds of millions of dollars are circling around waiting to be grabbed from audiences easily influenced by superstars. That's why some of the players go all in on wearing certain brands, hoping they'll get recognized and offered a sponsorship deal. This is usually what players do at the earliest stages of their career, while they're still among the unknown ones. Unfortunately for them, influencer marketing doesn't work like that. Without a massive following you can advertise and sell to, you don't get any type of deal. Nike and Adidas might take you up if you're a medium-ranked footballer, but fashion giants like Versace and Gucci, or car companies won't bother to take a second look at you. 3. Fun. Let's be honest, for a second, enjoying some luxury can be fun. It's not all dark and negative when it comes to buying expensive stuff. If one's cautious enough with their money, it can be put to really good use. No one could argue hanging out on a boat in the middle of a hot summer day wouldn't be awesome. The thing is to not overspend on choosing one. Yachts are a symbol of status among the rich, and football players can't compare to those owned by people like Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, and others. Cristiano Ronaldo is supposed to be the richest football player in the world, but all of his wealth is not even a 1% of what those guys have. That's why the best advice for footballers when buying a boat is to not compare with anyone. Go for comfort, go for performance, but don't play the meaningless game of comparison that always results in unhappiness. The same goes with cars. How many times did we hear about players going broke because of too much unpaid taxes or failing to pay maintenance costs? If a two-seat car costs between $2 and $3 million, there's a good chance it will fall into the luxury tax category, no matter in which country you buy it. Also, the costs of maintenance are insane for these exotic machines, as they can't be repaired by your regular mechanic. The point is, don't stretch yourself more than your legs can reach, or something like that. The biggest step towards solving an overspending problem is realizing you have a problem at first. Wanting to impress your celebrity friends means nothing if you're broke in 5 years. Thinking that they probably won't return your phone call if you didn't arrive at the party in a Bugatti or Ferrari. Parties filled with celebs can easily make you spend $500,000 in just one night. Throw in some champagne, pay for the hotel and the food, and bam! That's someone's life earnings down the drain. Some of these players' parents haven't earned that much money in their entire lifetime, which brings us to the last point. 4. Growing up in poverty. How many times did you hear the story of football players coming from the poorest backgrounds you could think of? Growing up without any money can cause bitterness in one's soul that never goes away. So they try filling that void with buying expensive stuff they don't need. Childhood trauma can lead people to feel bad about themselves long into adulthood, which is usually why we don't have a rational explanation when we feel a certain way for no reason. However, it's not like there's no way out of it, it's just that it's harder coming to peace with your past than stopping it from sabotaging your future. There are numerous examples of players using their money to bring other people up despite their poor upbringing. Instead of wasting money on flashy lifestyles, they've decided to really make a difference. One of them is Sadio Mane, whose charitable actions could take an entire video dedicated to them. The guy sends money regularly for his hometown and community, has donated £500,000 for a hospital to be built in his home village, donated equipment and money during the pandemic, and built a school as well. When you think about how some athletes can spend that money on a weekend of partying, you gain another level of respect for players like Mane. He grew up without some of the most basic necessities, but never let money get to his head. He became aware that when you don't have anything, someone's ordinary stuff is someone else's luxury. Hopefully, many others will follow Mane's example and focus on true luxury, which is having the power to transform lives. That's it for today, dear friends. We hope you've enjoyed this video. Let us know in the comments below what you think is the most stupid things players waste their money on. Thank you for watching and sticking out with us until the end. Make sure you don't miss out on more football stories by hitting that subscribe button. See you in the next one.